Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to LDL's Boxing. We back again with another one. We got these new WBC rankings for you guys. It just came out yesterday, so we're gonna definitely tap into it. Y'all know how we get down. Before I get into it, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated. If you're in the live chat, feel free to drop a comment, man. It's all good. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom, Twitter, Instagram. Tap into the website, ldlsboxing.com. All right, got that out the way, man. Salute to everybody coming through, though. Sit Bud in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Tom Brown, what's good? Salute. Martha Prince in the building. Mike in the building. What's good with you, Mike? Salute. He said Thomas Taylor. Yeah, Thomas Taylor, man. He been different ever since he trying to take Jack Reese's place. You know what I'm saying? He want to be the star. Andre in the building. What's good with you? Isaiah, salute to you, bro. What's good with you? All right, so the ones if anybody that's new here, yo, this is what I like to do. I cover all the rankings, you know what I'm saying, each sanctioning body, you know, so they all come out different times. So this one right here is the WBC. We're gonna do a screen share and we're gonna show you guys what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So this right here is in place. I like to do this because it gives fight fans, you know what I'm saying, idea of what's coming. A lot of the plays that happen behind the scenes is based off the rankings and the relationships with the managers and promoters. So this is like a tool that I use. I kind of get ahead of the game. So I just like to share shit. You feel me? Does Katie have surround? I think, man. Look. This is how I looked at it. I thought Katie won the. I mean, I thought Amanda won the first two fights barely, but last night it was clearly for Katie. So maybe she do. You know what I'm saying? Who you got on tonight's main card? Man, I like Vlad Hernandez, bro. I think he gonna get Verone. I know y'all want to talk about the Shakur card, but I gotta tap in with Pro Box. Shit, ain't nobody talking about Pro Box. I like Vlad Hernandez. I like Katsui. I think he'll win. He got a good fight against Jonas. Yeah, bro. Carlos Balderas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else talking about y'all know this. Everybody talking about uh that shit, right? And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. But I gotta be the oddball. I'm gonna talk about some other shit. But we can get on that though. I think Shakur. I think Hamza can outbox old boy. I like Matisse and I like Morel. Those are my picks. All right, WBC rankings, the heavyweight division. So we got Usyk, unified champion. He's going to fight Dubois in a rematch, undisputed. That's next week, July the 19th. That should be fun because Dubois, he's on a rampage right now. Usyk is kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like Usyk may be slowing down a tad or two, but these guys got a good storyline because the first fight had some controversy. This fight, I may be different. We're gonna see. I can't wait for this shit. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good fight for real. Uh, TD Sports Talk. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. So the WBC interim champion is Jit Cabiel. He's supposed to come back sometime in the fall. He's supposed to have a homecoming in Germany. So we'll see. I know we still got some time to get to the fall, but he's supposed to fight. Now I'm not sure who he's going to fight. I know Lawrence Okoli is number one, and he's fighting Kevin Larenia on that Usyk card next week. So maybe the winner of that get Caballero. Caballero is the dark horse for sure. He's a threat to anybody in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see him get a big opportunity. Perfect world, I like to see Caballero versus Joseph Parker, but I get Joseph Parker he's next in line for the winner between Usyk and Dubois. So I get that part. But taking Caballero to Germany, yo, let's go. Let's see who they bring over there. You think the ring sparring club will be a thing going forward? I mean, that's I don't know. I think they look like there's some good numbers out there. A lot of people was tapped in with it, so maybe that is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If guys want to fight on the card, they gotta bring it. Especially if you don't know them, it's good for guys that don't really got good promotion and don't have a good team. If they can show out in a sparring session like that, maybe they get a good spot on the undercard. So I ain't mad. He said Coley and AJ shouldn't be one or two. I mean, I can't even argue with none of this shit though because I mean this is just how these guys, their relationships with the rankings. Lawrence Okolie, he was the Bridgerweight champion. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care for that belt, but he was. So he officially moving up to heavyweight, right? So he came in number 2 the first time when he vacated that. So I mean, I get it. I mean, who else? They got solid names though. If you look at the names, you can flip flop. The one thing with the WBC rankings that I do agree with, they have probably the best names, but you can flip flop them however you want to flip flop them. You know what I'm saying? So it's to each his own. Oh yeah, I saw that yesterday. Hopefully he get a spot. You know what I'm saying? He's with Matchroom, right? He's still with Matchroom, so we'll see. Yeah, you're right. He's fighting on the 26th. Yep. Man, his development should be a little bit further along. You know what I'm saying? Because he's an double Olympic champion. He didn't really look too good in his last fight though, April the 5th. So going down the list, we talked about Coley coming back next week. AJ probably back the end of the year. He had surgery. FA and Sanchez, they fighting. They supposed to be fighting for the IBF final eliminator. That feel like an undercard fight for maybe Canelo and Crawford. Maybe I don't know, but those guys in negotiations. Let's see. We should be hearing something about that. Herkovic is fighting August the 16th against David Alger. So yeah, we'll see. That's an interesting fight too. Uh, Joe Loft next week. Sanchez talked about him. Richard Torres, not sure. Zane, not sure what they got coming up. Moses Atamo coming back August 16th against Dylan White. We seen Deontay a couple weeks ago. And then the rest of the guys, I'm not sure. I know Justice Hunion just lost, so I'm not sure. Especially the top rank guys. Jared Anderson, he's in talks with Big Baby Miller. I'm not sure if that's going to come to fruition. Vanello, top rank, Torres, top rank. So a lot of those guys that's with top rank and a lot of top rank fighters, we're not gonna hear from them in a couple of months because they're trying to get that new deal popping, and probably won't hit until the fall. So that's like what, October maybe. So we'll see what's to it. Bridgerweight, man, like I said, it ain't really too much to talk about. I know the champion is Kevin Larinian. He's gonna fight Lawrence Okolie next week, and then Krzysztof Rochek. That's a former champion at cruiserweight. I remember he was a long-reigning WBC champion down there. He's the interim champion. But this, like I said, I always want to say this. This division is kind of obsolete because your unified champion fights at 223. This weight class, the weight limit is 224, so it's like obsolete type shit. You know what I'm saying? Cruiserweight. So cruiserweight division with the WBC got a lot of shit going on with it. I can't even keep up with it myself. And y'all know I'm tapped in, but I'm gonna try my best. Badu Jack, he just fought his mandatory. Noel McCallan. Those guys fought a close fight. Badu Jack came out on top. Don King won a petition to order an immediate rematch. So those guys are in negotiations. The purse bid for that fight, Badu Jack, Noel McCallan, that is July 15th. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. And I know people talk about Jake Paul fighting Badu Jack, but as you see, the politics of boxing is at play. And they didn't rank him either. So that's another thing to look out for. Jake Paul did not get ranked by the WBC in the new rankings. And then you got Ryan Rositzky. He's supposed to get the winner. Peralta's supposed to fight Michael Cislak. Michael Cislak is the interim champion. He just stopped John Pascal the other week. So there's a lot of shit that's going on with the WBC. What we need to happen, though, we need a unification between Zerto and Jay Abataya. That's one of the best fights to be made in the sport of boxing. We need that. Country Q, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Vlad stopping them. Vlad, you talking about tonight? Man, let's go. Let's see. So yeah, man, definitely we got to get that unification, Zerto and Jay Abataya. But let me see who got something coming. I'm not even sure. We got some good names right here though. Vidal Riley, number 13. He had a good performance his last fight against Sheriff Clark. Mike Perez, old head. Mike Perez is still in the game. I got Jabin Zerto. I think he will too. I think he can beat him. But I think it'll be a crafty fight. Champ Ross in the building. What's good with you? I think that'd be a crafty fight though. Yeah, they gotta make it though. We gotta get that fight for sure. light heavyweight. So David Benavidez, light heavyweight champion, WBC light heavyweight champion. He got Anthony Yard coming up November 22nd on the Riyadh season card. I like the fight, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, we know Bivol and Viterbi is going to run it back for the third time. We don't know the date, but we know they're going to run it back. So the next best guy is Callum Smith. He didn't like the money. The next best guy after that is Anthony Yard. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a fun fight because we know Yard can punch at 75, but when Yard normally when he fight the best, he comes up short. But they've Benavidez. It's crazy. Benavidez got a gas tank. You know what I'm saying? After 6-7 rounds, but Yard started to fade around that time. That's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good fight. Um, so we know Beterbiev and Bivol. We got David Morrell coming up tonight against Amon Katiev. I mean, Katiev tested positive. He got that. See, I don't like even if the guy get cleared. I don't like when guys test positive. Regardless, nobody should like it. But I'm just saying, when it's always a fine line or it's a gray area, it gonna tank the fighter for the rest of his career, his or her career. But if everything on the up and up, this is gonna be an interesting fight. Katiev is a big, strong, light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Got good power too. He got a pedigree. He was an Olympic bronze medalist. Morrell can do a little bit of everything. He got the Cuban school, but he also like to bang it out. That's gonna be interesting tonight. We're gonna see. And Morrell, let's see what he learned from the Benavidez fight. I thought he was allowing Benavidez to take the play, and he was behind the high guard along the ropes too long. Where if he would have maintained the center of the ring, he probably would have had some better success. Let's see what happens tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's a good fight, man. I just don't like the whole PED scandal, bro. That shit's nasty. It wasn't impressive. It was one of those. I thought he did what he had to do. I would in that instance. Now I understand sometimes when you don't want to give these guys credit or you don't give them credit, you wasn't impressed. I get it. I just felt like with Dorlicos is a tough dude and he got big power. If you take in consideration that Dorlicos was the biggest puncher Zerto ever faced. You know what I'm saying? Then that right there should have some consideration. Plus that this is Dorlicos' last chance, so he was going to fight hard. That was his last chance at 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that wasn't the best Zerto. That was the probably the weakest performance he had since moving up to cruiserweight. But I won't hold it against him too tight because Dorlicos had a lot to fight for. That's just me. But I feel what you're saying though, Isaiah, for sure. Blunt Sports in the building. What's good with you, bro? Ben Whitaker talented, but I can't see him competing with any elites. Bro, he's gonna have to be sink or swim. I think before he get there, he had to beat some of these domestic UK guys. Willie Hutchinson makes sense. Zach Parker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think guys like that before Joshua Bawaxi, you know what I'm saying? What's the other kid? Lyndon Arthur. He got to beat maybe two of those guys before he can get to world level. So we'll see. Number 7, Connor Wallace. So he's number 2 in the IBF. He's waiting to see if Bivol going to vacate that IBF title. The IBF ordered Bivol to fight his mandatory, Michael Eifert, who's been mandatory for like 2+ years. If Bivol, they got a certain time period. If he vacates, Connor Wallace is going to fight Michael Eifert for the vacant IBF. And Connor Wallace is with Matchroom, so it kind of, you know what I'm saying? Parker after the injury, after he quit against John Ryder. He messed that up because he had the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? Canelo was gonna fight him, and he messed that up. Um, but they trying to do the Hutchinson and Parker rematch. I mean, they're trying well not rematch, but they're trying to reschedule that. I think Ja beats the brace off. Let's see. Let's see the fight. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got the work rate. I like how aggressive he is. Let's see. So you got some good fighters in the back half of this top 15. Maybe they can run against each other. You know what I'm saying? But I heard that I want look, y'all stay tuned. I won't be surprised if Ben Whitaker is on that Eubank and Ben undercard. September 20th. Y'all look out for that. Yes, sir. All right, super middleweight. Let's get into it. What you think about Marshall Green fight? It went just like how I saw it. Went just like how I thought it was gonna go. I thought Shadeja would win a close fight. Savannah Marshall didn't have Peter Fury. That's what I was telling everybody in the build up to this. I don't. Her confidence is with Peter Fury. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't there, so I thought that was going to be a deciding factor. I thought it was pretty much similar for her skills. Shadeja, she had lackluster performances, previous, up to this point. But I feel like she had enough power, and her counter punching ability was solid, and that's what I thought won the fight. But it wasn't really like a pretty fight, a lot of holding and shit like that. But those are the two biggest women's punches right there. You know what I'm saying? And it was dumping. So I thought Green would win. I mean, Peter Fury can't travel to the United States because he got a criminal background. That's why. That's what it was. 168. We got Canelo and Crawford. We know that's going down. Super fight September 13th. So we all know what that is. The interim champion is Christian and Billy. He was number one last month. Since he won the interim title against Selecki, he's above the rankings. So Jamal Charlo is the new number one contender in the WBC rankings. Charlo was number two last month, so it is what it is. I know people see that and go crazy and all that shit. Man, I would never trip out the rankings no more because these guys is tapped in and they got relationships. That's just how it is. And for anybody to get mad at the rankings from this day on, this point on, y'all are wasting y'all energy because what it is about relationships. That's all it was about. Relationship, money, and who can benefit who. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not like I tell this shit all the time. Maybe you guys heard me say this, and this is my quote, right? Your merit in boxing is about how good your team is. So and that's a business thing. If my team can get me a better position at this company than yours, you probably got the experience, you probably got the accolades, you employee of the month 3 months in a row. But you know what I'm saying, my team is better or whatever it is. That's just how that shit works, and that's how it is in boxing. So for you to get mad at it, it's crazy. This is not NBA. This is not baseball where you got to climb up the rankings and you got all that. That shit's out the window, and it's been out the window even before we really started tapping in with boxing. It was like this in the 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even trip. Um, yes, sir. Oh yeah, is it? No, that's true. Yeah, they're gonna order that. Yeah, that's a WBC. Excuse me, WBO final eliminator. That's a good one. So looking at these rankings though, I like the names. The only one I ain't tapped into is number 13, the kid from South Korea. But everybody else, I know them, right? And you can mismatch them and place them wherever you want to place them at. But Charlo being at number one, I mean, I know you were reading to that and say maybe he'll Canelo opponent, or maybe they can do in Billy or Berlanga. I think if Berlanga wins, I think that's the fight. But we're gonna see, you know what I'm saying? But super middleweight is an underrated division. If you look, Luka Planted is a solid fighter from Croatia. Maybe you might disagree with him being number two, but he's a good fighter and he been defending his regional WBC title for a minute. Diego Pacheco got Trevor McCumbee coming up next week. That's a solid super middleweight fight. Iglesias, he's going to fight Shiskin for the IBF final eliminator September the 4th. That's a good fight. You see Edgar and Hamza Shiraz. That's actually a WBC eliminator. So the winner probably jump above Charlo. We're going to see. Lester Martinez put out his fight tonight. Hopefully he can come back. You got Beck the Bully, Callum Simpson, Kevin Saljo. Caleb Plant can come back. Man, this is a good division, yo. Good names and shit. So with the WBC, like I mentioned, they have the best names in their rankings. You can change the order because if you look at like the IBF, they ain't gonna have all these. Like the IBF don't have Jamal Charlo in the rankings. You know what I'm saying? But the WBC and WBA has Charlo number one, number one and number two. So y'all take that however y'all want to take it. JC, what's good with you, bro? Cam J Network, salute, bro. What's good with you? Salute. All right, we keep it pushing. 160. So, man, we know this is a division that need a spark plug, right? You need some people in this division that we need to get some shit popping, especially with the top. We need Carlos Adames to fight Janabek. That's his point blank period. We need that. I don't know what's going on with that. I know Carlos. So Carlos Adames is one of the names that was mentioned for the Tank undercard, and we all know that shit's up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I know he was one of the names that supposed to have been on there. He has a mandatory number one, the Ram Sultanov. He's from Kazakhstan. Him and Janabek has the same manager, so I was hoping they can work out a deal where Janabek can slide in, you know what I'm saying, and fight Carlos Adames, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. So we'll see. Yeah, that dude. You see him sparring yesterday at that Turkey event. Um, man, I think he is. He's tough. He's strong. He's gonna bring it. He's live for sure. I'm rocking. I like Ammo, but I think he can come to win. Yo Hernandez, I think he's probably one of the best 160 middleweights. Like he's nice. You know what I'm saying? Can crusher. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get opportunities. If he get opportunities, I think he can beat a lot of the top guys. We know Chris Eubank gonna fight Conor Ben. Shane Moses Jr. I don't know what's up with him. He left Golden Boy and he had one fight since. I think he fought Danny Jacobs, and I haven't seen him since. And Ammo versus how you say his name? Olaha. They fighting on Bounds undercard. That's the IBF eliminator. So there's a lot at stake right there. Let me see who got something coming. Oh, Denzel Bentley. The WO going to order him versus Severia. That's a good ass fight right there. I seen Marquise Taylor at that sparring yesterday. He slept somebody. Bruno Socceris. Now that was the one who knocked out Munguia. And then Munguia tested positive in the rematch. So they got him listed at 160. Maybe he gets something. You know what I'm saying? I seen Patrice Vinoy got a win recently too. So yeah, that's what's up, man. 160, we gotta tighten up. You need some big names at 160. Maybe one of the Charlos. Jamel Charlo. Yeah, no, he sure did. Yo, he's good, bro. He might get on there. For sure. I like Yo-Yo. He's nice. All right, so 154, we got Sebastian Fundora as the WBC champion. We know he's gonna run that thing with Tim Tszyu next week. The first fight was good, had drama in that fight with the blood and shit like that. I think the second fight would probably be maybe better. Tim Tszyu actually looked good in his comeback fight against Joey Spencer. I get it was Joey Spencer, but I was looking at his timing and his reflexes, and he was patient. You know what I'm saying? He took his time to break that guy down. And Tim Tszyu is probably one of the most underrated catch and shoot guys in the game right now. If he can get his confidence back, completely, because I know that Bachman fight was crazy. If he's back, it's gonna be a good fight, man. And I think Fundora got a lot of confidence as well. That might be the best fight on the card next week for the Pacquiao and Barrios. So Virgil Ortiz is the interim. A lot of talk surrounding him. But I know he got a head injury, so will he fight Boots? You know what I'm saying? Which that's the one that we want as fans. I seen that he was calling out Bachram. You know what I'm saying? I would take that as well. Mixed stuff. We'll see if his hand is good to go and when he want to come back. You know what I'm saying? If it's November, if it's September, I don't know. Looking like maybe later this year. So Virgil versus anybody, I'm down because he can fight. We got Sergey Bochuk is number one. Now he will be on that Crawford Canelo card though. I'm hearing Bochuk will either run it back with Ortiz or Adams. I think it's Adams, not Ortiz next. Ortiz ain't next. He's not gonna be ready for September. Bochuk is supposed to fight on that Canelo Crawford card, and it's looking like Adams. I got some shit behind the scenes about that too, but we'll see. 154 is another tough ass division too. Look at the names. You know what I'm saying? Say them names. Jesus Ramos, Tim Zhu, Bakari Samaki. He's a Frenchman. He good. This guy's athletic, long and rangy, and can punch. Callum Wash, if his eye heals, he's gonna be on that Canelo Crawford card. Number 6, I seen him fight. I can't pronounce his last name, but I seen him fight. He's alright. He's decent. Majimov is off for a minute. He just had knee surgery. Keith Thurman. We're gonna see a lot of Keith Thurman next week because he's on the scout mission. Now, from my understanding, he's supposed to get the winner between Fondor and Tim Tszyu. We know Tim Tszyu left him at the altar. They were supposed to fight in the summer. So, and Keith Thurman won't. He was hot about that shit. So maybe Keith Thurman get the winner. He's gonna be there next week. Number 9. What's his name? Yuma Lima. I like this kid. He can fight. Southpaw, strong, stocky. He's a road warrior. He's good. You got Lubin Conwell, Kelly, Kakarakis, Brandon Adams, and Vlad Hernandez, who is fighting tonight. So if you look at this top 15, like, I don't know if you can really trip off this with these names. Maybe the order, but the names, I don't know if you can really trip off of it. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes. No, his matchmaker said that they signed their part to face Bokachev, Brandon Adams. They're just waiting on, I guess, them to approve it. He's supposed to fight August 16th on the Santa Monica Pier. You know what I'm saying? They were having an event there, but he was supposed to be like a tune-up type of opponent. But the dude was like, shit, if they sign for the fight, we gonna take the Bokachev fight and cancel that tune-up. So there you go. They go. You're behind the scenes. Boots don't even got an honorable mention the WBC. Well, see this right here. I wouldn't even trip off that, right? Because the way this shit works, right? Once you vacate and saying you moving up, you gotta go to them and tell them. You know what I'm saying? He can go to the WBC and say, I want a top 5 ranking, and they'll give it to him. You know what I'm saying? The IBF didn't rank him in 154 either. And he vacated in 47, so it makes sense to get rated. Once he decide, or once he start getting a fight date, you know what I'm saying, worked out, he gonna get ranked. Any sanctioned body that he's going down, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, he's gonna get ranked. I won't trip off that. I won't trip. You know what I'm saying? I won't trip off that. So they talking about Boots coming back the second week of October, right? First or second week. I say the September rankings. Don't be surprised you see Boots all across the board. And I'd be here to cover that shit too. So I wouldn't trip too much off that. He needs to get active again. He just fought, didn't he? He just fought a month ago maybe. Now he's supposed to fight Samaki though. I think they're supposed to fight at the end of the year. That's gonna be a good one. But I just seen Cats fight. He just fought. Oh yes, sir. I be having that shit. Royal Reef. Oh yeah, I like him. Lucerio solid. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking the WBA route for him. Maybe him and Jesus Ramos. But yeah. Nah. He's good, bro. Yes, sir. So 54 is crazy. That's what I'm saying. If Boots want to come up here and they say he want 2 tune-ups, fuck it. It's not gonna be tune-ups. Because these guys right here actually solid opponents. So we'll see. All right, 147. We got Mario Barrios, WBC champion. He's gonna fight Pacquiao. As y'all see, initially when the fight was made, they put Pacquiao in the new rankings at number 5. Last month they took him out. You know what I'm saying? He don't need no ranking because he got the Lifetime Achievement Award. You know what I'm saying? He don't need that. But they are gonna fight for the WBC title. It's sanctioned. It's good to go. The undercard is pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of WBC fights on that card, honestly. So let's see. Let's see what the old man got. Barrios, he got to come on with it because his last couple performances, it kind of opened the door for us to be thinking that Pacquiao can get him. You know what I'm saying? His performances dictated that. The last one with Abel Ramos was crazy, and Abel Ramos would be on the undercard of these guys fighting. I think he's fighting off TV. He's gonna face Jose Sanchez, the journeyman. So yeah, we're gonna see. So number 1 is Suleiman Sissoko. We got a new number 1. Last month it was Devin Haney. As you guys can see, the WBC removed Devin Haney from the rankings. You know what I'm saying? We already know that he's going to fight the WBO champion, Brian Norman. As of now, he's not ranked in the WBO rankings, but we know how this shit works. So stay tuned. The WBO rankings will be out next week, and I'm going to be here to tap in with y'all with it. So it ain't nothing too crazy. It ain't that serious. Like I said, they going to put these guys in the rankings when they, any fighter can go to the station body and say, put me in at number 10, and they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it should be working. I got Pacquiao. Madonna put hands on Barrios. Madonna, Ramos. His last two fights ain't been like that. Curiel, number 2. I like him. He had a good win on the Jake Paul card. Conor Ben fighting Eubank. Cavalastas up in there. Jack Catterall, that's a new entry. Jack Catterall is number 6. So we know I didn't like his performance last week against Eubank. And now he look like they said Turkey offered Jack Catterall the Ryan Garcia fight in November. I don't know. I don't like how Catterall been fighting lately. You know what I'm saying? At 147, he's just another guy. 40, he's one of the top guys. 47, he's just another guy to me. Let me see. Stanley Yona's got a comeback fight coming up. He's number 7. He's going to fight in his home country. I think it's September 27th. Haven't heard of the opponent yet. Let me see. Abraham Ramos going to always keep a ranking with the WBC. I don't know why, but he been ranked by them for the last 2-3 years. For real. Alexis Rocha, no word on him. Not sure what's up with him. Rohan Polanco, we're going to see him next week. He got a solid task, and Quinn Randall. Let's see if he can be the first to stop him. So that'd be a good feather. Santillan, Chikazian, Ricardo Salas. Salas is the guy that beat Villa. So that's what it is. I feel like let me see. I feel Barrios' performance going downstairs. Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, for sure. I think so too. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's some truth to that. It's not done, but it's some truth. They talk about it. They said Turkey offered that dude that fight. I want Karen to get back in the mix. Yeah, he in the mix. He got some high rankings in the WBO. Yeah, he in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Alberto Playo, WBC champion, 140. He got a big fight tonight against Sabril Matisse. That's gonna be a good one. I think I like Matisse winning, but I think Playo he gonna fight that dude up off of him. That's gonna be important. So we're gonna see. Dalton Smith is the WBC mandatory. He would be there tonight. He would get the winner. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got the winner. WBC already approved it. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen right there. Pitbull Cruz versus Angel Fiera. That's next week on the Pacquiao Barrios card. That fight is for the WBC interim title. You know what I'm saying? See, I laugh at this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I know people be getting mad at stuff like this. Why they doing the interim title, those guys, whatever. But look, I just pay attention to shit, right? Pitbull Cruz and Fiera fought for some type of WBC trophy belt February the 1st. I'm like, man, they're about to be a mandatory watch. Watch this shit. So now they're about to fight for the interim. So, hey, that's what it is. I laugh at people who get mad at the rankings. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is what it is. And they Mexican, so what y'all expect, bro? Like, come on. Let me see. Barbosa, he need to get back in the ring ASAP, get a win. Actually, he got some stink on him. I'm going back to the Sean McComb fight too. He still got stink on him from that. I know he got 2 good wins in the meantime, but then he fought Tio and he didn't live up to the billing. Liam Paro, he had a good comeback fight. He just signed with no limit. So Liam Paro, he's in negotiations to fight Lindolfo Delgado, IBF final eliminator. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. I like that. I mean, I troll a little here and there, but yeah, bro. Hey, bro. I said that on the show before, bro. I think so, man. That's a good correlation. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Ortiz step with him. I want to see Ortiz step with him and be able to. He don't got to fight in the trenches, but step with him and Claggett is easy to hit. Like I think when you over move in fights, bro, you give these guys opportunities to actually get momentum and shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, these guys say, "Oh, this dude's gonna run." You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight, so they'll try to overly exert themselves to get at you. But 140 is another solid division, though. Let me see. Pierce O'Leary, he's a big puncher, but he had a so-so performance in his last fight. Arthur Belosanov, another good one. Adam Azim. We got Claggett Ortiz. John Fernandez, he beat Ricardo Nunez in his last fight in Spain. So that's what's up. What exactly the WBC silver compared to the Continental Regional titles? The WBC silver is like the belt right underneath like the interim title. You know what I'm saying? So, the WBC be doing interim titles. They take advantage of the interim title because from my understanding, the interim title should be if your champion is injured or he be in jail or whatever, he can't defend the title. Then you do an interim champion and he take the place of the champion. But the silver championship is like right behind that. That's supposed to be the highest rated belt after like a world title. So that's why most of the guys that got the silver, they're number one. You know what I'm saying? And it's above the regional titles. The regional titles get you to the silver title. You know what I'm saying? If you keep going down the WC path. So if you defend your NABF a couple of times, then you'll be rated, because they got a rankings for the silver titles too. So I just don't cover it. But you'll be in position to fight for the silver title or fight for it used to be the Continentals of Americas back in the day. So that's what it is. The silver is like higher than the regional titles. Ferrer is with. Yeah, he's with them. Yep, he's with. He just switched with them. Just do boxing in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Ready to see a Zim back. Yeah, both of them. Yeah, yep. Those are talented guys. Let's see what they got. All right, 135. So we got Shakur Stevenson defending his WBC title tonight against interim champion Williams Zepeda. So we're gonna get rid of one of them belts tonight. So everybody talking about this. It's a big one. They want Shakur to stand and fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if they want him to stand and fight because they want him to lose, or they want him to show that he tough. I don't know. I say fight your fight and win and try and win the best way you know how. We know Zepeda is coming. If you sit still too long, he gonna let go. So it should be interesting. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot of pressure on Williams Zepeda. I like to flip the script. They say it's a lot of pressure on Shakur. I say it's a lot of pressure on Williams Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? His team really didn't want this fight. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to just recently. They was petitioning the WBA to be the mandatory for Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people they not what would you call it? They're against Shakur. I'm gonna say it like that. They don't know these other facts, right? Um, so Pele got shit. He got question marks too. I just like when I've been listening to shit. I want that shit to be even. Okay, Shakur got hand problems. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to fight like that to get hit. You know what I'm saying? He'll move if he get hit if the guy too strong. Boom. Zepeda had a shoulder injury last November. You know what I'm saying? Since then, he haven't showed a lot of power, and he get hit a lot. He been hurt his last two fights. Previously, y'all can't find a fight where he got hurt at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, tell me everything, bro. Don't just give me one side of the street of the story. Tell me everything. That way I can be like, I go to the tape and figure it out. Because if you listen to some of these channels, bro, I'm like, shit, what the fuck I need to watch the fight then? Zepeda won. Why I need to watch this shit? You know what I'm saying? If I was trying to get into boxing and you told me who was gonna win, because I'm the type of dude. If you if you tell me, I'm like, bro, why we watching it then? Like, let's go on. You know what I'm saying? But I just love the sport. I'm watching all the fights so I can learn about the fighters. But if I was new to it, bro, he don't have a chance. And I'm listening to what these guys say on Cam and Mace, bro. I wouldn't even tune in. if he gonna make me fall asleep, why I'm tuning in? So that shit is weird to me. Do both sides of the street, bro. I think it's mainly they don't want Shakur to run. I mean, he only did that shit in one fight, really. Even the Nakatil fight, he was using movement, but he dropped him 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And then the other fights, he's just sitting right there and not really getting hit. But I guess I don't know. Yeah, I ain't really. I didn't like the Del Santos fight. Not gonna lie, but the other ones I'm cool with. He did it more a couple of fights. Which ones? He outboxed the shit out of Joet. He was right in his face. Joet couldn't hit him. Christopher Diaz, same type of fight. He was tagging on Christopher Diaz, couldn't touch him. I mean, he walked down Conceição, walked down Yoshino. He was walking down Artem. He beat up on Jamel Herring. He was in the trenches with Carballo. Toka Khan was moving a lot. You know what I'm saying? Who else he fought? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't be seeing him as a runner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. If he can get a good fight in, he definitely can do some things. So we have Andy Cruz, number one. He's the IBF mandatory as well. So he got two of the number one spots. So tonight, when y'all hear them say Zepeda is number one in all sanctioned bodies, they lying to y'all. It's not true. You guys can see that now. Zepeda ain't number one in no sanctioned body because he's the WBC interim champion. He's above the rankings. So Andy Cruz, I know they reached out for the Mortala fight. Look like Mortala gonna do something else first, then circle back. He gonna have to fight his mandatory. So it's not a dud. I know that's what the first thing we say. It's a dud. It's a this. I feel like these guys they be having plans for these fighters, so they go do their plan, and eventually he don't have no choice but to fight Andy Cruz unless he's gonna vacate and move to 140. So we're gonna see. They still got Ricardo Nunez number two. I don't know what he did, but that's what it is. We got some good names. Herrera, you got Maxie Hughes, Rayo. I'm looking to hear some announcements for Rayo. What he got cooking? Because you see he reclassified to 135. Joe Cordena came back last week. You know, he looked all right. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good addition and he's a solid name. So Adelev, Justin Pardo. Justin Pardo missed weight like Keyshawn did, and the fight got canceled. But the only difference is Pardo then did destroy his city like Keyshawn did. But nobody was talking about that. Look his body up in there. Armando Martinez, he got a high ranking with the WBA. He fights in Florida. I think he got a fight coming up too. And Albert Bell, he's supposed to have a fight coming up in August. But listen though, I was listening to what Eddie Hearn was saying. He said that Ray Ford gonna fight an American, and I was doing my process of elimination. I think Albert Bell like the only American that's available. I'm just saying. I'm putting two and two together. Excuse me. I know a lot of guys turned down a couple. Well, I know at least two for sure turned down Ray Ford as a replacement opponent for August. So we're gonna see what's up. 130. Yes, sir. So 130, we got O'Shaquie Foster. Yes, sir. My man laughed. You got O'Shaquie Foster, WBC champion, and his fight was his fight with Stephen Fulton. That shit on hold. We gotta wait to see what Tank gonna do. Man, look, I said, look, man, let Tank get his shit together, man. Y'all do that shit later. Y'all can put on. Y'all don't have to do a pay per view, but give us 3 fights. Give us Foster. Uh, shit. What was we gonna have on that card? Foster Fulton. Let that be the main event. Uh, Ray Vargas versus Carlos Castro. That's supposed to be on there. And Carlos Adames versus Mandatory. Give me 3 fights and let's go home. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta do no pay per view. And keep that date. Cause PBC, bro, I love when all promotion companies, networks, platforms, anybody that put on fights, if they got an active schedule, it's better for the fight fans. You know what I'm saying? It helps a lot of these content creators and their talking points because they put PBC on the standard and they put, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these promotion companies on the standard, Matchroom. So it'll help your talking points. You don't have to do 3, 4 cards a month. Just give me one. I'm good with one. For real. But like I'm like this. If Tank ain't ready to fight, bro, cool. We got a main event. Fulton. Let's go. Let's do Fulton and Shock. Let's go. He fought last month. That's nasty. I seen that. Yeah, I see him talking about it. So yeah, we're gonna see though. Put Charlo, man. I ain't mad at it, bro. Jamel Charlo. Look, listen. I'm with you. Like Jamel Charlo, let him get him a card. Uh, Shit, who they got a lot of fighters, bro. That just over there, just whatever. Run Jamal back like in November or something against Resendez, whoever. It don't have to be pay per view. You know what I'm saying? But promoters and these networks and shit, they not promoting no more. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta do one big event every so often. And we supposed to listen. I'm not like up in arms about these events. If you just give me one, I mean, I'm cool. Like if the event is good, it's good. But I want to see more. I'd rather you not give me none than tease me. You feel me? This whole promotional talk is cringe. I just want to see the scrap. Yeah, be on SB. I feel like it. Now, yeah, I just want to see. I'm with you. I just want to see the fights too. So number one, you got Rocky Hernandez. He was having issues. He just had LASIK surgery. Not LASIK surgery. What's the other one? Cataract surgery on his eye. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. Tricky fight, awkward. Crowder is like 5'10", 5'11". Um, yeah, that dude ain't look good in his last couple of fights. He's with Robert Garcia. Yeah, Crowder can fight on both sides of the plate. Yeah, that's the one to watch. I'm gonna look at the odds on that one. So Rocky, he's supposed to come back pretty soon. We'll see. But if he get cleared, he supposed to fight Mark Masayo for the final eliminator. Mark Masayo is fighting next week on the undercard, so to stay active. But he planned on fighting at 130. And I seen him and Mark Masayo and Gary Russell was talking, going back and forth and shit. So maybe they can run that back. Michael Manisi, he might get an opportunity. Because this dude go to every WBC event. If they handing out belts, they handing out gloves, they signing gloves. Michael Manisi from Italy, him and his team, they tapped in with Mauricio. That's why he rated so high. Muhammad Yakovov, he's supposed to fight William Foster. I forgot the date, but that's a hell of a fight for 130. Ray Ford. So he trying to get a replacement opponent because Anthony Kakashi pulled out August 16th. Now I can tell y'all straight up, Andres Cortez turned it down, and Luis Alberto Lopez turned it down. Now I don't know, they don't want to take it on 5 weeks, but you know that's what they say. The Saudi money is different, so I don't know what y'all want to call that, but I know those two for a fact. But we'll see. Eddie said he gonna fight an American. Now, as you guys can see, at 130, there's not a lot of Americans in here. You going? I did this on BoxRec too. I just put in 130 and put American USA. There's not a lot of guys that make sense other than Albert Bell. But let's see. Let's see. See what I'm saying? Let's see. I like Matisse. I like Matisse. He said ducks. See? There you go. Let me see. Ryan Gardner got a fight coming up the 26th. He's gonna face Reese Bellotti. Solid fight. Yeah, Oscar Valdez is coming back September. Comeback fight. They ducking Bell. Who ducking Bell? I don't know. See, the thing with it's like it depends how you really looking at shit. Bell don't have a team and not in position to even get ducked. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't send no offers, and he high risk low reward. So it's like I don't know. It's crazy. He should be getting opportunities though, because this dude been around for a while. But I don't know if they ducking him. I think they looking at going down the list and say, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even know. And sometimes like I be forgetting about him too. You know what I'm saying? He be making it seem like he be sending offers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's sending offers. I bet PBC wish they didn't rent out Benavidez to Riyadh. I don't know. that well, one of them when they got word. Well, the incident happened on the 16th. The 15th last month. I'm pretty sure they knew. I don't know. I don't know, bro. PJ's big dog. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yes, sir. Charlie Suarez, he's supposed to get his rematch with Navarrete. So we'll see when that fight take place. We know that had a lot of controversy too. 126. So we have Stephen Fulton, WBC champion. His fight with Foster is done. That's why I'm saying if Tank ain't ready, just put that as a main event. Let's go. Now, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Fulton when he moves up because what I understood was Ray Vargas is going to fight Carlos Castro, and they said he was going to defend his WBC title. I didn't know you can defend your WBC champion in recess title. I didn't know you can defend that. Because if the guy beat you, he's in recess too? That's nasty. So I'm thinking they're going to put either they're going to do one or two things. When Fulton, officially fights Foster, they either going to strip him of the featherweight title or they're going to put him in recess. You know what I'm saying? Put niggas in timeout. To me, that shit is wow. They should, it's wild. It's too this is what confuses fight fans, because Ray Vargas he was injured, so he had to go into recess. So Fulton fought for the vacant title. Now he the champion. Now Vargas is healed. He's healthy. Now what? He's a champion too. Then what Fulton is? Then Fulton he going up to 130 to fight Foster. Then they're gonna strip him. They're gonna put him in recess, and then on top of that, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington is fighting for the WBC interim title. Bro, it's crazy. I understand the frustration, but this is what it is. Everybody trying to vibe for position, and if my promoter and my manager is cool with the WBC, and Shoo Shoo's people are cool with him, and this one, so that's when they start to bend the knee and basically say, all right, fuck it, fight for the interim title. You know what I'm saying? We got shit going on up here. I promised them something. I promised you, and I promised them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like. So crazy. Shushu will be back on the 26th. He's gonna face the number 11 guy, Mateus Haita from Africa. So that's gonna be on Xander's card, and so he'll be in position. So from my understanding, Ray Vargas is gonna fight Castro for the WBC title. Fulton gonna move up and fight Foster. They're gonna either strip him or put him in recess. And then the winner between Shushu, if Shushu wins, he becomes a mandatory for Ray Vargas Castro winner. Yeah, so I hope y'all can keep up with that shit. I like him. He a good boxer. He got a good fight coming up. I'm looking forward to it. He fight next week. I think he will be able to. I want to see him. Now he got a great step up fight next week against Aaron Alameda. That's a good fight because I thought Alameda actually beat Luis Neri back in that bubble undercard, the Charlo's card. Haven't seen much of him, but yeah, he's a good fighter, bro. I think he'll be able to contend. No, he got the skills. He just needs probably a couple more fights. He'll be there. There you go. Appreciate that, Don. They stripping him. Okay, all right. But y'all see where I'm coming at though. Where I'm coming from though. So yeah. Yes, sir. So it's crazy. A lot of talent at 26. Looking forward to see how Shushu. Yeah, Nakakon. Yeah, I seen him. Yeah, he's good. Santana. Yep. You got Gio Lopez. You got Omar Trinidad, who is number 4. He got a fight coming up. Brandon Figueroa versus Joette. That's actually a WBA eliminator. You know what I'm saying? It's so much, bro. Boxing is crazy. But you know what though? Boxing is kind of back now after the pandemic because they took away the interim titles back then. They took away all them shits. Now them shits is back with a vengeance, bro. Everybody get an interim title, bro. I'm trying to get me one. I'm trying to tell y'all. Everybody, this seems like every division and every sanction more so WBC and WBA. The WBO got 3 interim champions: Parker, Callum Smith, and Crawford. But those shit's gonna go away. They only doing that shit for the good. I think they're doing it for the good. IBF don't have no interims. If they have an interim champion, like let's say Ray Mortala, Boots, and Dubois was the last three interim title champions. Y'all didn't hear much about it because as soon as right after they won their interim title, they fought for the world title or they got elevated right after. They ordered them to face the champion. So IBF they don't keep no interim champions like that. It ain't no use really. But the reason why they do it because it's a promotional thing. If I'm the interim champion and y'all see a poster, y'all walking down the street and y'all see the WBC champion, they're not gonna put interim. If they do, it's gonna be in small print. You're gonna see WBC champion L Dubs boxing. I mean that bitch laughing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then people gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna see a world title fight. He got the title." So that's how they trick the fans. That's how it be. He said that he was good to go, but I don't got no word because Top Rank don't got no deal. So I don't know. If anything, I would say probably in the fall in like a welcome back fight. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. Steph Brown, what's good with you, bro? Yeah, they did. So that's the politics of boxing. He did the same thing. They both ironically went up to 130 and tried to pick on Shockey Foster. Let's see how this work out for Fulton. So yeah, he's Mexican, so it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, I get you. Otabek, that's another good one. That was a good fight. Yep, he had a good comeback fight in April. So let's see him back. 22. We got anyway. He gonna defend his undisputed crown against MJ Amadaliev. So MJ is the WBA interim champion and mandatory. Anyway versus MJ is the best fight to be made in that division. That's going down September 14th. They just announced that. So yeah, let's go. A lot of people were saying that MJ was ducking. I mean, anyway, was ducking MJ. I was trying to tell him, yo, hold your horses, slow down. He gonna fight him. No, he ducking. We gotta fight him now. If we would have fought him when they said to fight him, then who would we fight now? You know what I'm saying? Because Junto Nakatani is still that fight is gonna happen probably top of like the first quarter, May or June. Well, that's the second quarter. May or June of 2026. You know what I'm saying? So they be rushing to put that duck label on motherfuckers, but they don't be knowing their schedule. If they knew their schedule, you can only fight one fight at a time. But I feel you. Broke him. And he done for. He broke him. Oh yeah, you talking about Robisi? Yeah, yo, you might be right. He hit him with that Dusty Rose elbow too. Yeah. Now, but those are two brutal fights that take a lot out your career. So you might be right, bro. It was more like take a number. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. He gonna get to you, bro. Just keep winning and stay active. I was saying shit on social media, bro. MJ, you gonna get your fight. Just stay active. And what happened? He got a little tune-up fight May the 30th. Okay, then he got the fight was signed. The fight was signed already. He still took a tune-up fight. Good. So you active. Now he in full training camp. He already he was in he been in California for the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Smart. Let's go. He got your opportunity. Now let's see. Understand why Venado turned down Ford. No, so that's what I'm saying. When they call people ducks, if you look at the stage of his career, I ain't mad at it too, my bro. You know what I'm saying? He coming off a devastating knockout. He had an easy first round knockout in Mexico, but we don't know if he still can take a punch. That's a bad style matchup for him. The way he jump in and Ford, the way Ford is how sharp Ford been at 130. I ain't mad at that. You know what I'm saying? And it's on 5 weeks. I get it. That's why I'll never be I'll never rush to call anybody no duck unless I understand the whole situation. All right, so if Anyway wins in September against MJ, he's gonna turn right back around and fight Alan Picasso December 27th in Riyadh season. Picasso just signed with PBC. He's going to fight on the Pacquiao undercard on the prelim. So y'all watch out for him. He's facing Kameda, one of them guys. I think Neri just fought Kameda. So yeah. Tapales is in training camp with anyway. Smart. You know what I'm saying? Tapales, he beat MJ and MJ and anyway beat Tapales. So he bringing him into camp to get him ready for MJ. Smart. I like it. Neri, he just signed a deal with some Japanese promoter. I'm not sure. Ramon Cardenas put up a great effort against anyway. He should have some big coming up in the fall. Let me see. I seen that Sebastian Hernandez kid. I think he was on a top rank card. Yo, I like number 15, Shabazz Masood, but he had to pull out a fight with Peter McGrail, but I think he's actually a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? All right, 118. We'll keep it moving. Jontu Nakatani, one of the best young fighters in the sport. Like Jontu is like that. Dimps design in the building was good. Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Um, so I like Nakatani though. Nakatani is young, fun, athletic, good puncher. He been running through shit at 18. Like he got two super fights. One Bam Rodriguez when Bam is ready to come, and then anyway at 122. So I'm not sure what's next for him. I know he unified the titles, WBC and IBF, and he has an IBF mandatory. So I'm gonna see when they're gonna order that shit because conventional we want to see him unified. But I think the WBO champion, both of the champions got fights coming up, so maybe John to just stay active. Now I see Juan Francisco Estrada right there. I mean, he a legend and all that shit, yo. But look, if he going to take the fight and he want that fight, I ain't mad at it. But that shit might get ugly. Messing with John too. Tension is number one. That's a big fight in Japan. Let's see if they're ready to make that. I'm not sure, but tension he's not too far from that. So let's see. Um, Let me see. It's a mandatory coming up. I think I forgot who's fighting the eliminator. I can't remember. Oh no, Kenneth Lover, the Filipino fighter down here. He's supposed to be fighting one of these. I think it's Gonzalez for eliminator. I forget, y'all, but I know for sure. Uh, there's some good fighters down here, and plus like Nakatani, man, I want him to get a big opportunity for either Bam or anyway. I see Michael Angeletti number 14. That's a good entry right there. He been fighting on Pro Box recently. So yeah, some good shit though. So that's why I like doing this because you see little stuff that you like. Okay, Michael Angeletti number 14. Okay, that's dope. Shoot, I don't know. He got rankings across the board. I think I'm not sure the WBO, but the rest of the other three, I'm thinking WBA just because Pro Box is tapped in with the WBA. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I got Bam. Now I got Bam stopping him. Now it's gonna be tricky because Cafu is a natural counter puncher, and he's kind of fast and stuff like that. But I think once Bam started to get Bam started to get his angles popping, I think Bam gonna end up stopping him. But it could. You know what though? Those Africans is tough. You know what? I might. You know what? I'm gonna say decision. I'm gonna switch it because Bam. He got a little pressure because they already made a fight for him in November. And Kofe is a guy that can counterpunch and he probably know how to do the rounds and stuff like that. We're gonna see. But Bam is different. He's different. You know what I'm saying? And he been turning shit up lately. We just haven't seen Bam since November last year. So I'm not mad at him scheduling two fights in a row. Let's get it. He could. I mean, people want him to schedule two because, like I always say, Thomas Hill in the building. What's good with you, bro? I'm gonna get back to that point though. Salute to you guys coming through. But we always ask fighters after a fight, what's next? You know what I'm saying? And we want them to call somebody out, right? So in this case, Turkey like shit, I got your fight already. We about to announce that bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you win, if you good enough, then you'll get that fight in November. If you ain't good enough, give the opportunity to Kofi. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit, bro. Let's get it. Because we always talk about who gonna be next. Like tonight. Whoever wins tonight, who man, I wanna see them fight this one, that one, whatever, whatever. So they just put that shit out there in front of Front Street. But some people don't like that. I like that shit. So Bam, he's the champion right here. 115. He gonna defend his title next week. Unification with Kofi. I expect Bam to win, and then he already got a unification set for November against Fernando Martinez, and that's the best fight in the division for sure. Martinez is a good fighter. Puma is he good. He gonna bring that shit. So yeah, Bam is starting to he continue with his legacy. He already got them old heads on his resume, which I give him credit for because nobody never done them like that the way Bam did them. And if he can get one more belt, unify this division, undisputed, and then I want to see Jontu sometime next year, bro. Hager versus Vargas. That's gonna be a good fight too. And Vargas is vulnerable early. He been dropped early in fights, and he'll get up and go crazy. So I'm ready. July 30th. Kenshiro. Speaking of July 30th, Kenshiro, he gonna defend his titles against Ricardo Sandoval. That's an interesting fight. Yeah, that's interesting. So as you see, they got the interim champion Francisco Rodriguez. So we know he tested positive for a banned substance. So he's still in the due process. Um, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. These guys test positive, and then they fight. They still fight. It's like there's no consequences. So we'll see. But he put a beating on Galayu. Like I mean, he took about 3 or 4 fights off him. Yeah, about 3 or 4. Because Galayu is in his 30s already. Yeah, he took about 3 or 4. He stood up to a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, hopefully he good, but man, that's an unfortunate situation for sure. Let me see. 108. Pena Pedestri is going to defend his title in a rematch against Carlos Canzales. The first fight, man, I thought Canzales won that fight, but they gave it to my man, the Thai fighter. He's a 2 division world champion now. So they're gonna run it back August the 1st, yo. This time it's gonna be in Venezuela, the hometown of Canizales. The first fight was in Thailand, so some home cooking out there. So we're gonna see what's up. We have the champions in this division. We got 4. So we got no IBF champion, Simstry. He just won the title. I think it was on the Brian Norman undercard against Sasaki. Eric Rosa got a tough fight coming up against one of them young Japanese fighters, July the 30th. I forget his fucking name, but that's a tough ass fight. The Japanese, they push their young fighters fast. A lot of their champions are young, yo. Like I think anyway it's like 31, but Junto is like what 26, 25, 26. These guys be young. They push him, and I think he got like under 10 fights. And then Rene Santiago is supposed to make a title defense in Puerto Rico in September. So yeah, WBO. All right, 105. Melvin Jerusalem. He trying to get a fight with Oscar Collazo, which that's a fight. That'll be a rematch, and that's a fight I would like, but it's not gonna be next. Look like Oscar Collazo is going to make a title defense September in Puerto Rico against Cano. He ain't in here, but it's a fighter. I think his name is Cano. So that's who he's supposed to fight. We'll see. Like I always mention when I get down this far, I think these guys. I think every division in undisputed champion, to be honest. But this one, these divisions, they need it the most because they don't get that much recognition as the other divisions because they're so small, and we don't tap in with their fights like that. So yeah, that's what it is, though. WBC rankings, man. So takeaways, we all know the rankings. WBC probably have the best rankings 1 through 15. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they do as a sanctioned body and shit, the rules they make, and a lot of shit we don't agree with, like Pacquiao jumping the line to fight Barrios and all that shit. I ain't really mad at it, but the public is. You know what I'm saying? I see shit different. You know what I'm saying? You got a lifetime achievement award. You can come back in when you want to. And it's not like the welterweight division is so crazy. Like okay, I'm gonna go to 147 real quick. I like to put this theory into test, right? Welterweight division. Let's look at it. So, and this educational purposes. This is giving you guys an insight on how I be thinking. So we mad at Barrios and Pacquiao, right? Pacquiao jumped the line. He got beat up on by Ugas 4 years ago. Went to the Hall of Fame, and he jumped the line to fight Barrios. Okay, are we interested in any of these other fights? Barrios, only one y'all would be interested in to see Barrios fight is Conor Ben. That's it, and that's more so a UK fight for the UK. But the mandatory is Suleiman Sissoko. We ain't ready to see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of those guys got history. They both was snack, and they both used to train in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying, with Virgil Hunter. So they know each other. Everybody knocking down the door and clamoring for Suleiman Sissoko to get his opportunity. Pacquiao and robbed us over Sissoko getting his chance. Don't nobody care about that shit. Y'all don't care about Suleiman Sissoko. Y'all didn't even watch his last fight against Mean Machine. But Mean Machine dropped him like 2 or 3 times, knocked him out the ring, and he still got up and won. The majority of us ain't even see that. So that's what I'm saying. We gonna be mad and have a little fake uproar over Pacquiao coming back, but ain't nobody clamoring for the mandatory to fight Barrios. You know what I'm saying? So it be fake outrage all the time. I see this shit in the boxing streets. Fake outrage. Y'all know the sanction bodies are corrupt, but we get mad when they be corrupt, when they show us they corrupt. Come on, bro. That's a waste of time. 148 pounders need to go to welterweight to get it relevant again. I think you know what, 147 is actually it's okay division. It got some okay names on there. And I'm with that with the 140 guys coming up there. I think it will make it better for sure. But I like divisions that's wide open. Since Boots moved up, I think the shit is wide open. Devin Haney got an opportunity to take the reins. Brian Norman can, you know what I'm saying? He solidified so far, but he can do it even more and step himself. Because Brian Norman is the number one welterweight right now. You know what I'm saying? So then you got these fringe guys like Curiel, Kavalauskas. I mean, Jack Catterall is a guy that can win big fights with his style. You know what I'm saying? You got Lewis Crocker, Patty Donovan fighting for the vacant IBF. So a division, sometimes, like, okay, you got Boots was so far ahead of all these other guys. Now it's like, bro, that is wide open. Now the fights are more even. And on paper, they're more even. So let's see who can take control of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who can take control of that. That's why when people say, "Oh, welterweight is trash," I'm like, "Nah, bro," because now you got more even fights. If Boots was still fighting at welterweight, Boots it was so good he wouldn't even fought a regular old contender like number 8. He wouldn't even fought the number 8 guy because he wanted to unify and he wanted to fight the best, the top guys that got belts. He didn't even consider fighting a regular contender. But now, with him out the way, he moved up. Now, these guys that wouldn't get opportunities can get an opportunity. Like, I think Curiel can be a champion the way this landscape is. You know what I'm saying? If what's my man's name? Alexis Rocha get his shit together. He got an opportunity. So it's like, Nicholas Floss. He's not in these rankings, but he's another one that I think of that high enough in the rankings can get an eliminator and possibly challenge for a world title. A lot of these guys won't even get an opportunity at a world title if Boots was still here because Boots won't go fight him. You know what I'm saying? I hope we get that's my idea, bro. Yeah, that's my idea, man. I get my credentials. Yeah, for sure. As soon as I seen uh I seen Salida because I seen what MVP was doing. As soon as I say I'm gonna take this down. Salute to everybody though with these rankings, but we can chop it up a little bit. As soon as I seen, and feel free, y'all got a comment, bro. Feel free. We can talk about anything. Got about 10, 15 minutes. And I think, yeah, got about 10, 15 minutes. You guys want to chop it up, feel free. But when I seen Salida start signing women, I was like, okay, yeah, we can do a 5v5. Um, and I got mine too. I would do Carissa. I would do Carissa versus Shadeja Green. That'd be one fight. I would do Tam Tebow versus the winner between Olivia Curry and Kay Scott. Olivia Curry and Kay Scott is fighting for the WBC and the vacant WBC and vacant WBA titles at 160. And we seen Tam Tebow last night. I would make that one. 140. I would make Sam Worthington versus old girl Chantel Cameron. Boom, that's 5. Uh, maybe do a rematch with Franchon and Savannah, and then they have a girl at 118, yo. Lozado. I think her name Ashlyn or Lynn something, but her last name Lozado. Salida got this female fighter named Lozado from Puerto Rico. She is nice, yo. Put her in with one of those fighters at 118, the MVP guy. Amanda Galley, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But she's not ready for a world title yet. Maybe a couple more fights, but she's so talented. So yeah, bro, they can do a 5v5 for sure. Yeah, Ash, there you go. I see you. Yes, sir. Yeah. She's nice. She like that. Eubank being too more of a money grab. Who wants to see that again? And I think it's more of a money grab, but it's huge in the UK though. It's huge in the UK. They got to do at least 2 because their dads did 2. So over here, I ain't gonna lie though, I enjoyed watching that shit. So I get it. Who wants to see it again? I thought it was a good fight and it had so much drama outside the ring with Senior showing up at the last minute and then just the build up of it. Eubank promoted the hell out of that fight. This one probably be a little bit more subdued, but I like the way Connor fought. You know what I'm saying? He fought hard, courageous. He was just too small. I ain't really mad at it too much. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really mad at it. But it's probably more of a money grab though because it don't really have no significance. As far as like family legacy, but as far as like in the sport legacy, probably not too much. If Eubank win, he'll be in the hat for Canelo. Canelo still got 2 more fights after Crawford win or lose. You know what I'm saying? So there's no guarantee if Crawford win, they're gonna do a rematch. So if he wins, and Shiraz, if they win, they all in the driver's seat to get a Canelo fight because he signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh season. So yeah, and Conor Ben, you know, they already said Conor Ben, they're going to approve Conor Ben to fight the winner between Pacquiao and Barrios. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But it's definitely a money grab, But I want to see it again, though, honestly. Of course, right now, I ain't really got really tapped in with it because it's a little ways away. But when it get closer, I'm ready. Let me see. He said, I know this. He solely called out Jellybeck. He think he can. Yeah. Nah, bro. See, those guys doing the same thing. They they criticize Keyshawn and Shakur doing that does. And a lot of people don't go in on that. Like me. I'm gonna keep it. If I'm gonna cover it like that, I'm gonna cover it all the way like that. I'm not just going, oh, you doing that shit too? I'm on your head. But yeah, bro. I think he's not too interested in fighting those guys. I know him and Laura, they Cuban, and I haven't heard him mention Adamas either. Yeah, bro. And none of those guys seem like they want to fight each other right now. they all in a division that needs big fights. So yeah, Janabek, you the odd man out. We're gonna go fight you. You know what I'm saying? That's how that should be working. So we'll see. Yes, sir. Um, it's a lot of shit though. Tonight though is a big night of boxing. I know you guys ready for it. Um, we're gonna recap. I'm gonna recap real quick. I know, but tomorrow though, I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna talk about my basic roundup show. We're gonna talk about all the fights. We're gonna recap everything. I don't really want to talk about what happened last night because I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. A lot of good stuff. That was a fun card last night, but we're gonna touch on more of that for sure. But just tonight, just to get you guys ready before I close it out, we do have Pro Box tonight. We do have Pro Box tonight. I know a lot of people we tapped in with what's gonna happen in New York City as we should, but don't forget about this one. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about it. We got some good fights too. You know what I'm saying? Vlad Hernandez versus Francisco Verón. That's a good fight right there. And as you guys see, Vlad Hernandez is number 15 in the WBC. So you got and he's in a good position because guys like Boots and Virgil Ortiz talking about having a comeback fight, or either a tune-up or comeback fight to 154. So they're probably going to fight somebody that's ranked and somebody that's going to fit their style naturally. And Vlad Hernandez, the way he fights, if he wins, he fits their style. You know what I'm saying? Because he get hit a lot, come forward, pressure fighter, and he's tough. We got a WBC eliminator, Eric Badilio. He's going to face Gerardo Zapata. So, yeah, that should be a good fight, too. Y'all see the Mongolian mole on there? You know what I'm saying? He's on the card. Katsui. And then you got Carlos Badera. So, yeah, don't forget about Pro Box, y'all. Pro Box has been holding down for us. You know what I'm saying? They've been holding down for boxing fans. Don't forget about them. I think Eubank Ben is the only card that Turkey made money on. Probably. I think, see, this is the thing with him. I think if he really wanted to make money, he got the people in place behind the scenes that can help him with that. Like I was telling, the Mongolian mole, yes sir. I was telling Just doing his chat earlier that one of his right hand men for the U.S. is Ishmael Henson. I know a lot of you guys probably not familiar with that name, but Henson is like he's like a what you call it? He's like a sports agent type shit. He's an advisor for Terrence Crawford and Keyshawn Davis, you know what I'm saying, and others. But he's working hand in hand with Turkey. If you guys remember the press conference with Canelo and Crawford, Crawford had Bomac and he had another dude at the end. That other dude is Ish Henson. He do a lot of behind the scenes shit. He helped negotiate Crawford and Spence. You know what I'm saying? He the one that got the coin flip. So if he can negotiate that tough to get out of them to kind of bend the knee a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with Spence blessings and shit, to get him a favorable split, then Turkey has somebody on their team that can help him grow and make money in the sport, if that's what his intention is. So it's not like he can't do it because he got people around him that he can do it. Damn shame Pardo and Lester couldn't make it to the fight. I didn't know Pardo was on this one. Well, his last fight, but yeah, Lester, yeah. I don't see Boots getting a title shot for the WBC at 147. I see PBC. Oh yeah, give it to Rolly. What shit? WBC at 147. Man, Boots is done with 47. But I'm with you. Oh, when he was down there. You talking about when he was down there? Nah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. Before Boots moved up to 47, he wasn't gonna get Barrios. It was gonna go to Rolly. Yeah. I'm with you now. Been holding down for about 8-9 months. Shit, more like a year and a half. But yeah, I'm with you though, for sure. I think about around that time, that's when people started to tap in. But Pro Box has been out since 2023, end of 2022, real talk. But you know what I'm saying? They've been going crazy with their cards recently. There was high hopes for Carlos Balderas. Hope he can shake back. Yeah, bro, he lost to Nahir Albright. Don't sound like a bad loss considering how good Albright did against the Davis brothers. He might be their kryptonite. I remember Carlos Balderas. I remember I was at the fight where he got stopped, and that was a hell of a card. That was a Charlo versus Harrison 2. FA versus that guy from Georgia. FA got dropped in that fight. Uh, I think it was Jack Tapora got stopped in the first round. Man, that card was action packed. That was a PBC card. I think it was like December 2018. That shit was fun. I remember Carlos Balderas got stopped on that card. That shit was nasty. But yeah, so yeah, Pro Box. So make sure you guys tap in. Let me put the link in that bitch because it'll be on YouTube channel. So I know we're gonna be focused on Shakur, and I understand. You know what I'm saying? We want to see most of us. Well, not most of us, but most of the boxing fans want to see Shakur lose. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'll be the one on this boxing YouTube streets to kind of keep it 100 and be speaking it. I be saying the real shit, even though it may offend people. It might not fit certain people's narratives. I say that shit anyway because I don't care. I don't got no dog in the race. This is how I be seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Because like when it's so one sided, like damn, bro, Zepeda don't got no questions, and people think they get it confused and think that oh, I'm a I'm a Shakur fan, I'm a Shakur fanatic. Nah, I ain't that. I just go against the grain. That's all. Because none of them dudes be like, you know. I'm gonna put this in the chat. So this is a Pro Box joint, so you guys can tap in and get your notifications popped up. Um, I had Keyshawn. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that was about right, but it was a tougher fight then, and he gave him some problems. I probably 7-3, but it was still a tougher fight. It was one of his tougher fights, but yeah, he beat up on Kelvin. Yeah, Garon. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, yeah, 8-2 for Albright against Kelvin. He said, "What is the WBC implications tonight?" So they become this is an eliminator. It's an eliminator. So let me go back to the rankings, bro. I'm glad you pulled that up. I appreciate that. Hold on. I put the wrong thing. I like that, bro. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Keep me on my toes type shit. I'm gonna go back to the rankings, yo. I'm gonna pull them up. Let me take this down. Alright. I'm gonna pull up the rankings again. And then we're gonna break it down together real quick. Educational purposes, you know what I'm saying? Educational purposes. And this is good though, because a lot like us fans, we more knowledgeable today, and we get more in depth of what's going on. So I can make it bigger too. All right. So we know Canelo, Crawford. What you ask me? I'll put it back up there. All right. The WBC implications for tonight's winner. So we know Canelo, Crawford going down. So we understand that. So I'm gonna turn my attention to the interim champion, Christian and Billy. So just following the news as of late, Turkey, he asked, what do we think about Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez? I say let's go. But Lester Martinez, he having some issues with something going on with his head. Like he having headaches. So I'm not sure. But the implications could be this. If Hamza Shiraz win, we can probably go ahead and pencil him in for Canelo. I think we can safely say that if Hamza Shiraz win. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to make that Canelo fight maybe a year ago. So if he wins, I'm gonna say Canelo. If Edgar wins tonight, now he got a little bit more options to play with. Maybe he gets Christian and Billy. You know what I'm saying? Because if Lester Martinez is unavailable, maybe Berlanga versus Christian and Billy. Maybe even Berlanga versus Charlo. That's a big fight. Both guys gonna talk some shit. So it would put them in position to definitely get a big fight in the WBC. But I would say Berlanga and then Billy because we just seen Berlanga versus Canelo. We don't want to see that shit. He gotta do some more shit. He gotta sleep Shiraz. He gotta sleep and Billy. He might have to sleep Caleb Plant for us to get that. For us wanting to see him and Canelo again. So that's what I'm thinking. Now PBC is in the mix. Now we have to say because they gave up their number 2 guy, David Benavidez. So David Benavidez is that number 2 guy who they was, keeping active. You know what I'm saying? Why Charlo can't go over there and fight on a Riyadh season card? Charlo versus Berlanga, that's a good fight. Those guys gonna talk some shit, and their styles is pretty good together. So that's my answer. I'm a roll with M Billy since they already inquiring about M Billy. So Berlanga versus M Billy, I think if he wins, I think that's gonna be the fight. They on the same schedule, and Billy just fought June 27th. He ain't take no punishment. First round knockout. And then Edgar, he'll get a chance at a opportunity at a world title. Because they said and Billy gotta do 2 mandatories back to back. That's another one. And Billy gotta do 2 mandatories. He taking Canelo's mandatories but can't get the Canelo fight. Y'all see I should be working. So there you go. But it's good to see. So now that you got eyes on this, you can see like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Now I see the play now. So there it is. If Shakur wins, do you think we'll see a unification? Uh, if we do, it will be against Raymond Tyler. Let's go down there. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I think it'll be against Raymond Tyler because I don't think he will fight. If Mason wins the WBO, I don't think he'll fight Mason. And I say that because they got the same management. Who they got? Jay Prince. But I think Raymond Tyler mandatory. I think Raymond Tyler unification would probably make sense. You know what I'm saying? For sure. We can cancel out Tank. Tank don't want to fight him. I ain't saying he's scared, but he don't want to fight him. Whenever you see a fighter talk like that for another fighter that's considered to be a threat by the fans keep talking about it, and then the fighter say, "What have he done?" He don't want to fight. Let's move on. So I would say if it is a unification, it's Raymond Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think with Turkey in play, I think it can happen. Plus, Shakur about to be a free agent after tonight. Tyrann don't have no deals. They sending their young guys over to Turkey, Mason and Norman. Why not more Tyler? So I would say that one. Yeah. So all shit come on. Did you see Albright? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Albright would beat him too. Yeah, he was experiencing migraines from last week. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. You think the migraines, along with some of the injuries facing prior, I don't know if he was. I think he was sick in the Joe Sean James, but it could be, bro, because that fight got postponed like 3 or 4 times with Joe Sean James. And interesting, you mentioned his name. Joe Sean James is in training camp with Ammo, getting him ready for his fight next week. That's interesting right there. But yeah, he said, I hope not. Yeah, Lester's a good talent. Yeah. And really, for me, I feel like Lester Martinez is the key for Crawford to have some good preparation going to the Canelo fight. But if he's hurt and he got an illness, then I think that kind of hurt I think that hurts Crawford, to be honest, because Les Martinez is big and strong. He's going to get you ready for super middleweight power. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's gonna be that's gonna be a tough one because I don't think nobody he can. I'm pretty sure he can get somebody to get him ready, but you got a guy in your account that's definitely what I'm saying, that's gonna get you ready. Robert Brown, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yes, sir. So we got the Pro Box tonight. And then we got this Ring magazine. So y'all already know what it is with the Ring magazine card. So Berlanga versus Shiraz, WBC Eliminator. Shakur versus Zepeda, WBC World Title, Lightweight Title. Playo versus Matisse, WBC Super Lightweight Title, 140. Good fight. Dave Morrell and Katiev, them both guys are rated in the WBC. You know, Katiev, man, it's crazy. That damn PED shit. Morrell coming off a loss and shit, and we'll see how he looks. So, yeah, so we got some good action tonight, man. Hopefully everybody can tap in with it for sure. So we got Pro Box and Ring Magazine. It should be good. So, yeah, man, that's my time right there. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you go. I appreciate it. For those listening to the playback, man, I appreciate you guys. So make sure you guys tap in, drop a comment. It's all good. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow, though. I'll be back. We're gonna do a recap of the week, the fight weekend, drop some news and notes, and then we'll take it from there. So salute to everybody coming through. That's my time, and I'm out.